Billy Crystal Walrus, The Silent Harbor, the complete timeline story in 2026, June 13, 1984, Birth of a Mystery. On a cold winter morning in South Africa, a child unlike any other was born. He weighed nearly 14 pounds at birth. Doctors immediately noticed unusual features: large hands, broad feet, dense skin, an unusually large head circumference. His family named him Billy Crystal Walrus. Nobody could explain exactly what he was. Most records from his birth would remain hidden for decades. 1989. Age 5. Billy spent most of his childhood near the sea. The ocean fascinated him. While other children played games, Billy watched ships. He could sit for hours watching vessels enter and leave harbor. Locals often noticed how quiet he was. Despite his size, he rarely sought attention. 1993, age 9. The early transformation. Something unusual happened. Billy entered puberty. His voice deepened rapidly. Facial hair appeared. Hair began growing across much of his body. His growth accelerated. Teachers became concerned because he looked years older than his classmates. Many strangers assumed he was a teenager. In reality, he was only 9 years old. 1994, aged 10. Billy reached approximately 5'4" and nearly 200 pounds. Children often stared at his appearance. His massive hands became one of his defining features. Though he was physically intimidating, classmates described him as polite and thoughtful. 1996, age 12, the language obsession. Billy became fascinated with language. Before learning English fluently, he already understood Afrikaans, Zulu, Portuguese. One day he found an old English dictionary in a harbor library. Everything changed. Instead of simply learning English, Billy wanted to understand where words came from, why languages evolved, how humans communicated across centuries. The harbor library became his second home. 1998, age 14, Billy reached roughly 6 feet tall, nearly 285 pounds. His voice had become incredibly deep, yet strangely soft. People often stopped conversations just to listen to him speak. He began developing the calm speaking style that would later make him famous. 2001, age 17, Billy received his first captain's hat. The hat would become his trademark. He spent much of his time helping fishermen and harbor workers. By now, nearly everyone along the coast knew who he was, the giant young man with tusks and the voice of a storyteller. Age 19, the mugshot. One photograph changed everything. Billy was photographed in a dimly lit booking room. Nobody ever received a clear explanation regarding the circumstances. Rumors exploded. Some claimed it involved fishing regulations. Others believed it involved a harbor dispute. The photograph became legendary. Years later, people would still recognize the eyes, the tusks, the captain's hat, the expression that looked both confused and guilty at the same time. 2005 to 2014, the harbor years, Billy avoided fame. He focused on learning, reading, working, traveling. By this point, he had developed extraordinary physical strength. He spent years hauling ropes, equipment, and cargo around docks. His reputation continued to grow, not because of what he looked like, because of how he treated people. 2015, age 31, public recognition. The internet discovered Billy. Millions became fascinated by the mysterious harbor giant. Questions spread worldwide. Was he human? Was he a new species? Was he an elaborate hoax? Scientists showed interest. The public became obsessed. Billy remained 18. Physical testing. Billy participated in extensive physical evaluations. Results shocked researchers. Height 6'4", weight 327 pounds. Bench press 365 pounds 3 squat. 535 pounds 5 100-meter dash. 17.59 seconds. He wasn't fast, but he was remarkably strong. Grip strength equipment reportedly struggled to measure his hands accurately. 2020. The medical reality. Doctors delivered difficult news. Billy's unusual biology presented serious challenges. Some experts estimated his lifespan could be 45 to 55 years. The news did not surprise him. He had suspected it for years. To improve his chances, Billy began strict dietary control, medication, regular medical monitoring, controlled exercise, specialized treatment programs. 2022, the philosopher of the harbor. As Billy became more famous, people noticed something unexpected. He wasn't known for his appearance. He was known for his wisdom. His interviews focused on history, language, purpose, time. Many listeners considered him one of the most thoughtful public figures they had ever encountered. 2026, age 42. The Silent Harbor documentary. Billy now spoke 6 languages fluently: English, Afrikaans, Zulu, Portuguese, Spanish, Dutch. His grammar and speaking ability amazed linguists. His voice remained deep and rich, yet incredibly gentle. Scientists still debated what he truly was. The public still wondered. Billy himself rarely discussed it. One evening during filming, an interviewer asked, open quote, Billy, knowing your life may be shorter than most people's, what matters most? Close quote. Billy looked toward the ocean. The sun disappeared beyond the horizon. The harbor grew silent. Then he answered, open quote, time, close quote. The interviewer waited. Billy continued, open quote, not how much you have, what you do with it, close quote. The crew sat in silence. Then he added the words that would become his most famous quote, open quote, I don't have to live long, I just have to utilize time, close quote. Epilogue. As of 2026, Billy Crystal Walrus remains one of the most mysterious individuals ever documented. A giant with tusks, a scholar, a sailor, a linguist, a mystery. Perhaps nobody will ever fully understand what Billy Crystal Walrus truly is. But those who met him rarely remembered his appearance first. They remembered his kindness, his voice, his wisdom, and his belief that every day matters. The final scene shows Billy standing alone at the end of a harbor dock. Fog drifts across the ocean. A lighthouse turns slowly in the distance. The screen fades to black. One final message appears. Open quote, I don't have to live long, I just have to utilize time. Billy Crystal Walrus, June 13, 1984, present, close quote. End of documentary.